Okay, so we are live now. Entab presents CampusCare Debate, an inter-school debate competition where we have participants from pan-India, from different regions. So, before I begin, let me quickly introduce you to Entab. We are a 21-year-old IT company engaged in providing mature and futuristic ERP, CRM, and mobile apps to the various schools spread across India and help them transform from good schools to best ones. Thus, we host Campus Care Debates. So, moving forward, first, let me introduce to our lovely jury members. So, today we have Miss Suchita Gupta, Principal, RM Public School, Jammu and Kashmir. Next up, we have Dr. Sunanda KC, Principal, Nehru International School, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Good to be here as part of the jury member.
But now it's time to introduce the lovely kids to all of you. So, Rehatpreet, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Rehatpreet Kaur representing JC's public school. Looking forward to learn new viewpoints, learning new techniques from everyone. All the best to everyone.
Next up, we have Ayush.
Very good afternoon, everyone. Hi, myself Ayush Agarwal, representing the Bluebells Public Schools, Jhansi. And I hereby bid everyone a best of luck to all the other participants competing in this event.
Next up, we have Khushi.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Myself Khushi Chauhan and I'm going to represent my school Gajera International Uttar. Today I'm looking forward to a fruitful and productive debate. All the best everyone.
So next up we have Varun.
Hello everyone, my name is Varun Rana. I am from Bharti of the school New Delhi and I'm looking forward to gain new experiences and knowledges. All the best to everyone.
So next up we have Tanushree.
Hello everyone, my name is Tanushree representing JC's Public School Rudrapur. I feel pleasure to be a part of this event. I wish everyone best of luck.
So next we have Vivek.
Good afternoon everyone, this is Vivek Anuragi representing Bluebells Public School. I look forward for a very constructive debate ahead. I'm very overwhelmed to be a part of this debate and thank you for having me here. Best of luck to all.
And next we have Abhigna.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Abhigna Balda representing Gajera International School, and I'm looking forward to learn something new today. All the best to every contender.
Then last but not the least, we have Manya.
Hello, everyone. Myself, Manya Mehta of Bharti Public School, Delhi. I'm glad to be a part of this debate. All the best to everyone.
So moving forward, let me first of all introduce you or tell you about the rules of the debate competition. So rule number 1, every contestant will get 2 minutes to speak on the topic. The speech must not exceed 3 minutes. After the participant finishes their speech, the floor will be open for interjection. An interjector is allowed only once question per contestant. Cross-questioning is allowed. Speaking out of turn or any misbehavior can lead to immediate disqualification. And the last rule is the decision made by the jury will be deemed final. So moving on. Okay, so moving on. Then we move for the motion category. So for the first participant for the motion category is Rehatpreet Kaur.
A bright and delightful afternoon to the galaxy of intellectuals present here. I, Rehatpreet Kaur, representing JC's public school, would like to present my ideas in favor of the topic that is career planning important? Planning is nature's law. Without planning, things become chaotic. We humans are not born with specific objectives and live in an existential and arbitrary world where planning for our career can keep us on the right track to achieve worthwhile. I firmly believe that having a career map to walk on motivates us to work harder. And setting specific timelines to accomplish planned things help us achieve it. My worthy opponents must agree that when we don't have a bigger picture of where our career is headed, it makes our life complacent and directionless. We might lead in career rut, whereas it is psychologically proven that having a roadmap for career make us a better person. While planning, people find their true self, learn new responsibilities, acquire new skills. It gives plenty of time to work on our flaws. If that's not even enough, then I would like to present my ideas through an example. If we look into the life stories of great sports person or successful people, at one instance they have to make a choice. And at that time, planning, focus, and practice is their priority. While if they don't plan, success become much more harder for them and they remain confused. I would like to inform respected jury members that this is what happens with 62% of the people, which lead them to drop out of education at school level. So to close the curtain, I intend to emphasize on the fact that opportunity dances with those who are ready on the dance floor. And career planning is the only way to know how and what we want to be. As it is wisely said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Okay, so now the floor is open for interjection. So who wants to interject? No one?
Yes.
Okay, so Vivek wants to interject. Okay, Vivek.
So she mentioned that many students actually drop out from college due to lack of career planning. But we have to look into history, and most of the biggest inventions in course of time have been created by dropouts only. Either Bill Gates or Facebook was founded by Mark Zuckerberg when he was a college dropout. So even if they are dropout, they also created $1 billion companies. So what are your views on it?
So Rohanpreet, what's your take on this?
Ma'am, it's Rehatpreet.
Rehatpreet, right.
Thank you for your question. I would like to say that I didn't mention that dropping out is something wrong. What I wanted to say is that when we don't have a plan early enough in our life, we often get confused. And in that confusion, we tend to take a break. When we take a break, that particular year or semester, we can invest that time of our life in something more fruitful, which we tend to lose just because we didn't plan things initially. When you were giving the example of Bill Gates, I'd like to inform you that they were dropouts from Harvard, and Bill Gates tried to pursue for a medical degree, which he didn't wanted to do. He ended up being into technological field. So that's why if you don't have a plan initially, it ends up wasting a prime time of your life, which you can invest in something else more fruitful.
So Vivek, I hope your question is answered.
Not much, ma'am. So if you actually have to do something else, then why you should waste your resources, time, and money in pursuing some other career which you may not acquire, but you can acquire something else. So initially start that thing also.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you plan things, you from very initial stage get to know what your interests are, what you actually want to become. But when you don't do analysis, when you don't plan things out, you get confused in the things. At initial stage, you think that I want to do this particular thing, but when you get in, like when you walk with life, you get to know you get to know that this particular thing is not meant for me. I want to do something else in life. So then you update your plans. So if you plan initially and if you are a great planner, you will always think of plan A plus plan B if something turns out wrong. So that's the qualities of a great planner, and that's what I'm suggesting.
Okay, so yeah, we'll move forward. So next up we have Ayush.
The best way to predict the future is to create it. Commencing with this great thought of the legend, Abraham Lincoln, I hereby bid everyone an auspicious good afternoon. Myself, Ayush Agarwal, representing the Bluebells Public Schools, Jhansi, rendering my views for the motion with the topic. Is the career plan really important? Yes, as it is the strategy which a person uses to determine its career goals and its way and its path to achieve those goals. Career plan is really important because of the various following factors. Considering with the point A, we have it helps the student to choose its career among the various alternatives present in the market, and also it helps to make its activities more meaningful in lieu of the achievement of the desired results. With the point B, we have it helps the students to analyze its SWOT analysis among the various trends, among various norms containing in the market and in the society. With the point C, we have it helps the student to have a great financial strength for the future life and for the stable earning they want to require in the life. Though the career planning is really important, yet it is very underrated in a person's life living in India. India lacks about 1.4 million career counselors with an average population of 350 plus million students living in India. We have only the current status of 10,000 career counselors available to the students. I personally emphasize that the career planning is lack in India due to the various following factors, which is firstly, the acute shortage of the career counselors available in India. Secondly, the exorbitant salary the position fetches in the private sector. In such a scenario prevailing in India, the parents need to plan the career of the students according to them, but they plan their career according with the prestige level and not with the new market or job opportunities available in the market. Now, I rest my topic with the fact that the career plan is greatly important in the person's life, aspiring to become successful in life, whether be planned by themselves or by the parents or by the trained career counsel. Concluding with the fact line and the old saying, look before you leave. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, very well said, Ayush. Then, okay, so now the floor is open for interjection. So, anyone who wants to interject? Okay, we have Tanushree.
Yes, ma'am. According to you, career planning is your priority in life. It should be the priority in everybody's life. But I would like to ask a question that I want to aware you about it, that there's a difference between planning and doing. For example, we all have alarms in our mobile for the morning, but we snooze it at every time when we have to wake up. So there's a huge gap between planning and doing. There's no bridge between them. So how can you say that planning is necessity?
I will say strongly that planning is necessary because we do the various activities which we want to achieve in things. By the various effective planning by the trained officials who are professionally trained, who are organized, certified by the councils, they are professionals. They planned our life in such a way that if we follow the path, we will be surely successful in life. I hope this answer is satisfying.
So you mean that career planning by a counselor is very necessary. So I would like to aware you with another fact that career planning gives you a comfort zone, not the guarantee of success.
For the guarantee of success, you have to do the struggle and hard work. The other can only lay the plan, but the execution of the plan you have to be executed by yourself and not by the other persons.
That was my fact only, that there is a huge gap between planning and doing, and we have no bridge between them.
If we have a proper and efficient plan, it is necessary. You have to listen that if the foundation of the building is very well, then the building will be nice. So that's the point. The first and foremost thing is the planning, and where with the effective planning, we will achieve the success. But the success may be defined in different terms according to other viewpoints.
Okay. So ऐसे चलता रहा तो ये शाम तक चलेगा. So we'll move next to the next speaker. Next up we have Khushi.
Hello everyone. Am I audible properly, ma'am?
Yes, Khushi.
So once again, hello everyone. Myself Khushi Chauhan, and I hope you are having a warm and lovely afternoon. And today I'm going to speak that why and how career planning is important for all of us. Once George Lucas, we all know the well-known film director, said that dreams are extremely important. Without imagining it, we can't get it. So you must have understood it in a different way. Like we all have our personal opinion, but what I understand is that first you should have a goal. First you have to imagine it. Then you have to move forward to it by making any action plans or any plans. So without making plan, we can't get it so easily. And the scientist says and the research says that 92% of people don't achieve their goals. Yes, that's obvious. The reason is very obvious due to lack of proper planning and lack of proper guidance. The people who write down their goals are 20% more likely to achieve their goals by comparing to those who don't. And the people who realize what are their potential, what is their dream job and their dream career going to look like, and what are their skills, are 40% more likely to achieve their dream job than those who just sit in their comfort zone. You first have to step and you first have to take a action forward to your plans. Then and then only success will come to you. First, for a building to stand, you should have a firm foundation for it. So assume that you are having a party, and if you don't know what you are going to serve your guests and what would be the theme of the party, would it be a successful party? That's a pretty big no. No, it won't be. So how we can, we can use this example in our daily lives. We are not just going to make today's plan or tomorrow's. We are not making a future plan. We are going to make the whole lifetime plan. So that's what I would like to say, and I would like to thank the authorities for letting me participate in this competition. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Khushi. Next, the floor is open for interjection. So, who wants to interject? No one wants to? Okay, so we'll move forward. So, last but not the least, we have Varun.
Good afternoon, esteemed judges and my dear fellow competitors. Today, I, Varun Rana of Bharti Public School, is going to present here my views for the motion. Is career plan important? Of course, it is important. Let me start by manifesting my regard for those who likes to go with the flow, because in my opinion, it is just an absurd concept which have less or no productivity. Career planning is an ongoing process through which an individual sets career goals and the means to acquire them. Confucius, a famous philosopher, once said, choose a job you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. But choosing a job can be a complex process for those who are still figuring out their weaknesses and strengths. Here, career planning comes to your rescue and gives you the much needed direction and vision for successing through your life when things get blurry or confused. Going up through my childhood, I had very much questions about my career goals. At that point, I didn't even know how to spell responsibility. But sensibly, you should all develop your personality, develop your organizational skills, and then choose what you want to do. I vehemently agree that life is full of surprises, and you will be amazed to know that what you are capable of doing now, you want 10 years ago. There are some people who are born with a clear mind and they know what they want to do in the life ahead, but majority of us are still don't know what we want. As Franklin D Roosevelt once said, the only limitation between the realization of tomorrow is our doubt of today. So it is essential to eradicate that doubt by planning things out. Of course, with career planning having amazing attributes like confidence, grit, determination, and out of the box thinking, will surely add to have a successful career. In closing out, I just want to say that career planning is a well yielded medium to do what you love, learn from failures, seize opportunities with maximum benefits that you couldn't do if you are going with the flow. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so now the floor is open for interjection. So, who wants to interject? Okay, Vivek and anyone else who wants to interject? Manya. So, okay, Manya.
Hello, Varun. As you said that life is full of surprises, it is, but you can't say that career planning should be the last option you should have. It all depends on the situation. It can't be like a stone. Like you can't depend merely on the career planning which you plan, but it all depends on the situation.
Thank you for the question. Yes, it is partially true that it all depend on the situation, but under different circumstances, we have to think accordingly. We have to prioritize our work. For example, if I want to become something, I have to plan things out. We know that life is full of surprise, as I said, but you have to plan things out after certain time if you want more success. Because if you are just going with the way, then you will reach somewhere, but it will not be that fruitful as if you are planning something to do. So that is my argument. Thank you.
So, I hope, Manya, your question is answered.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, moving on to the against the motion category. So, for against the motion category, we have Tanushree.
Ma'am, am I visible?
No, Tanushree.
Ma'am, can I take a moment to correct it, ma'am, because I'm also facing same issue.
Okay, so we can start with Vivek in the meanwhile. Hello, Vivek. Yeah, you can start.
A very good afternoon to the esteemed judges present over here, my worthy members of the proposition and the opposition, and all my lovely colleagues joining us live through YouTube. Greetings to everyone. I, Vivek Anuragi, representing Blue West Public School, is here to express my views against the pre-established notion, is a career plan important? Career planning, which in today's time has been so much hyped up as some ambiguous prerequisite for a certain future, which in itself is uncertain and unpredictable. And in today's society, career path is often viewed as something that has been laid out, illuminated by lights, like an airplane underway, but the reality is very contrary to it. Career planning, career path is more like a labyrinth with uncountable twists and turns and full of unexpected surprises along the way. Now, there was a recent report by a Federal Reserve Bank of New York, which stated that in United States, almost 73% of college graduates have a job which is not related to their college major, 73%. Also, quoting Tim Cook's views on career planning, he said that the world is going to change many times. The environment in which we live is going to change many times. You may want to be a part of a company which can ebb and flow. You may wind up in the same career, you may not. You may wind up in the same company, you may not. There's also a recent survey by a toll-free forwarding company in United States in which 6,000 adults participated. The end result of which was that only 10% of them have their dream job. Only 10%. 90% chances they do not have. Never. Now, what should be the approach? So we just do not care about the future? No, that's not the solution. What I meant to say is that the more activities you participate in along the journey, the more polished persons you meet with, the more new skills you keep on learning. The skills which is not required in your pre-established career, the more skills you learn, the more likely you will be something amazing in your life. Also, let's talk about serendipity. Serendipity is a word with a very, very simple and a clear meaning, which is that an invention that has been laid out by the intersection of probability and wisdom. And you know, the most beautiful thing about serendipity is that it is a common occurrence throughout the course of the history of product invention, whether it be the creation of Facebook, whether the creation of Bitcoin, whether the discovery of penicillin. All these things came into existence because the creators generated more opportunities for them by learning new skills, which was not required in the pre-established career. Their career path wasn't linear from A to Z. but they were open to changes. They embraced the side trips of their career path as a next great career move. And at last, I just want to say that don't judge me someone as who has come here just to protest against those who actually get their dream job by having a good career plan. I'm not against those. I'm happy for them. But what I want to say is career planning may be one of the factors, but it is not the only factor left out for a happy and a healthy future. At the last, I just want to say that change is the end result of every true learning, and learn everything from something and something from everything. With this, I rest my case. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now the floor is open for interjection. So who wants to interject? Okay, Ayush.
Vivek, you have said that the life is uncertain, full of surprises and changes. I mean that, but can you say that is it changes? So we do not have a plan. We go by hit and trial method. We go to learn any skill, any knowledge, not related to particular thing, because life is uncertain. You have said, so we have to plan or do not plan such a things.
Thank you, Ayush, for a very good question you asked me. I would like to, cite a report on this. Like there was a survey by LinkedIn India in which it was a survey of the millennials. 61% of the millennial population of India, millennial population, which makes about 35% of India's population, 61% of them actually want to switch their career job. They want to switch their career job, and the head of the LinkedIn India, Mr. Rakesh Narayanan, said that nowadays the professionals wanted more fulfillment in their dream career, and actually they want that liability to change their career. They want that liability because when with each passing day, there has been a report that some jobs in future may suffer a massive shrinkage, and some new jobs will be likely be introduced in the industry. So with this, because these new jobs will actually have good work-life balance and high paying and more opportunities to explore. So people are more likely to explore these jobs. So for these jobs, you need skills, and particularly it isn't like that. For example, you have a career. Yes, you have a career, but I think it is no harm in learning new skills. Like Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook staying in Harvard. He didn't drop out from Harvard, then created Facebook. He created Facebook staying in Harvard. He listed Facebook as an enterprise staying in Harvard. And when Facebook started receiving funding, then he left, then he dropped out of Harvard. So you can still remain in your comfort zone and still you can explore new skills, learn new skills, because knowledge never wastes. Knowledge never wastes, my dear friend.
Okay, so yeah, moving forward. So before moving forward, so to all our viewers and audience who are watching us, if you haven't subscribed our channel, so what are you waiting for? Do subscribe it for regular updates. And to my lovely jury members, I hope you are sharing the scores meanwhile in the group.
Oh, I'll just do it just now.
Okay.
I'm sharing it right now.
Yes. So moving on, for next we have Abhigna.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, Abhigna, go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable jury, my dear fellow contenders, and the amazing audience watching. Hi, my name is Abhigna, and I'm representing Gajera International School, and I'm speaking against the motion. To prove my point of view, I would like to share a few instances that happened to me. Back then, I wanted to go to pageants, and that glamour and style always attracted me. But as I grew older, I got to know the constructive and the destructive sides of it. I thought that that's not something I would like to get myself indulged in. And that was when I realized that I should explore different fields and introspect to get to know myself better. Similarly, there are a lot of people out there who tend to make up what occupation they are going to choose without even having a profound knowledge of it. And they tend to create an abstract idea of the field that they are going to choose, looking at it or by advice of someone, or by getting influenced or seeking monetary gains. Another problem is that people make determined career plans. They only focus on one thing and they forget about the overall consequences and problems that might arise in the way while they are working hard to achieve their career goals. And if they learn only one thing, that eventually minimizes their focus on overall development. Planning is based on the forecast that merely estimates the future, but it is not important that everything that we plan goes accordingly. Any change in future or in anything that causes failure may lead to adverse effect on mental health. Thus, excessive reliance on career may turn out to be fatal. There are exceptions. There are students who are doing very well in their career. There are students are who are succeeding in their area of interest. But because of few, we cannot generalize it for all. I'd like to give you a small example of competitive exams. Like we have JEE and NEET. There are students from all over the world. Lakhs and lakhs of students are enrolling themselves in this competitive exam with only one focus of clearing it. But out of that, only few in thousands are able to clear that exam. So, due to this, there are students who are not able to accept the failure and end up doing things that they should not be doing and drive on the wrong track. Thus, I firmly and strongly believe that career planning can only be achieved through thorough introspection and by knowing the advantages and disadvantages of career paths you are choosing, by knowing that one's capability to endure the failure in the future and the one who has explored enough to know what is right for them, and considering all the aspects that you do not have to suffer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Abhigna. So now the floor is open for interjection. So who wants to interject? Okay, we have who raised the hand first? We have Varun.
You said that some people have preconceived goals without having proper knowledge about that career, like you have said, pageant. So don't like if you have planned about before entering that your career, then like you would have got
मीटिंग में बैठी
someone
ऑनलाइन चल रहा है मेरा
like if you have planned about that career, then you would have got some success in that without going with the flow. So that's my question.
Well, thank you for the question. But there are certain cases in which you have already pre-planned, but as you move forward, you get influenced by the things that are happening around you. For example, I'd like to take my example. I am just 14 years old right now, but I still have things to experience and things that I have not experienced yet. As I move further, right now, suppose I've already planned that I want to become a doctor, but what if I go in future and there could be certain cases which influence me and then I want to change my mind and I can become a lawyer? There are definitely so many things that you have already planned. That's correct. But there are things which may influence you when you move forward in your career. I hope my I'm done.
Okay. So moving on, next we have Manya.
I hope you are able to hear me.
Yes, Manya, go ahead.
A very good afternoon to the esteemed judges and my dear fellow participants. Today, I, Manya Mehta of Bharti Public School, is here to speak against the motion, "Is career planning important?" Now, before starting, I would like to give you all the literal meaning of career planning. It is preparing oneself for the future career in a more structuralized and planned manner. So, in my opinion, career planning is something which should be done at a particular point of life. For example, college life instead of in childhood or in school life. To explain this, let me take you back to those good nostalgic moments of our childhood where we all wanted to become something. I'll take my example. When I was in third grade, I wanted to become an astronaut. And when I was in sixth or seventh grade, I wanted to become a science teacher. And guess what? My mind changed again in 10th class when I wanted to become a doctor. And here I am today in 12th class wanting to become a government officer to serve my country. Let us take one more example of a kid who wants to be an astronaut but is not interested in mathematics. So, is it pointless? Yes, it is. That's what my point. That school life is a roller coaster ride where we all go through a lot of behavioral as well as mental changes. We all dream of big and pointless things and end up somewhere else. So, career planning at this point is of no use and it rather creates fuzz and stress in our young minds. I would like to tell all my fellow participants that it also builds up high expectations in our hearts. So we get lost and don't try to explore other things. But it is life, and life is full of surprises and serendipity. It is very well said that the most important turning points of our life often come at the most unexpected time and in the most unexpected and unpleasant ways. So, what if? What if the situation does not go in your favor? Will you still stick to your career plan or mold according to the situation? Of course, you will have to mold. So I firmly disagree with the concept of career planning because we should be open to unexpected turns in our life and stop planning each and every step, which makes us miss those wonderful twists and turns. Thank you for being patient listeners.
Okay, so we have the floor open for interjections. So who wants to interject? Rehatpreet.
Manya, I would like to interject you by asking that don't you feel while we plan, we get a wise step over others of smart planning and forming a perfect amalgamation of it with hard work, which will ultimately help us becoming very successful in life. And planning is not just about being successful. It always, a great planner always learns throughout to accept uncertain situations, which you mentioned. But smart work and hard work, it forms a perfect amalgamation, which is only possible through planning. Don't you feel that?
Thanks for asking this wonderful question. I believe that yes, we should plan, but not this much deep that we just stick to that one thing which we planned. For me, we should always try to explore other things too. When we plan, I believe that we try to stick to that one particular thing. So my point is why we have to stick to that one particular thing when we have X number of things to explore. So that's my point. And coming to the situation wala point, I believe that we should always try to mold ourselves according to the situation. Career planning makes us stick to that one thing.
Ma'am, can I cross question?
Only one question is allowed.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So moving forward, so last but not the least, we have Tanushree.
It's not the plan that is important, it's the passion to pursue. A delightful afternoon to the galaxy of intellectuals present here. I, Tanushree Joshi, to present my ideas against the motion. On the topic, is a career plan important? Live in the moment. It sounds simple enough, but unfortunately, we are denied this prerogative. I believe our society has become a society so involved with planning that there is often way too much talk about career planning, building for future. But what about building for now? No matter how much you plan, you never know for sure how life is going to play out. So my worthy opponents must agree that building for the present is the need of an hour. So instead of planning for the future, let's build our present. We all are experiencing something different every second, and that experience is life. Life is unpredictable. So how are you going to plan your career for the unknown circumstances? A big question mark. The point which I want to make here is when life gives you a lemon, make lemonade out of it. Making that lemonade could be a game changer in your life. I firmly believe that having no plan for a career often takes you to the less traveled roads, which makes the difference. It reveals to us the true metal of us. Whereas career planning not only creates rigidity but lack of creativity, stress, and negativity, and we forget to explore the other dimensions of ourselves. No planning for career challenges you to step out of the norms and create wonders. It's the life of new passions every day. It's the secret of achieving the impossible. So it's all right, my dear friends, if you don't know what you have to do, because the answer lies in experimenting and doing things fearlessly. For example, Albert Einstein, Amitabh Bachchan, and Helen Keller have not been what they are if they worked on long cherished planning. So I firmly believe it's better to sharpen the skills you are given with rather than wasting your time in planning. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tanushree. So now the floor is open for interjection. So who wants to interject? Khushi wants to? Okay, Khushi, go ahead.
Tanushree, what you say that you should explore yourself, you should explore your skills, but to know that the society, the world is so big that if you would start exploring, you would never explore everything out. So is it just we should explore it, not realizing what we actually want, not setting some goals?
When we explore, then we only get to know what are the real measures which we want to put for the society. Every battle in life is going to surprise you because nothing works as planned in life. What helped you to fight that battle is not the plan, but your experience. Same applies here. When you explore different things, then you get the new things. Every new discovery in the world have been made the same way. Don't you want to discover something new? Being the same doctor, engineer, scientist, we have numerous students who want to be there. But to explore, we need no plans in life. We just want to have our open dimensions, open mind, and explore everything in our surrounding. It's better to sharpen the skills you are given with rather than wasting your time in planning. That's what I want to say. Thank you. I hope you are satisfied with my answer.
Yes, Khushi, are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I suppose, okay, so moving on to our lovely judges. So Sunanda ma'am, how was the experience? Like, what are the views upon this? How was the event about the kids? What do you want to say? Sunanda ma'am? Okay, so I suppose she's not.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I'm sorry. I was just trying to send the things across.
No issues, ma'am.
Yeah. So I think everybody spoke so well. Whether it was planning for the career or otherwise, I think all of those children prepared well, have spoken well, and I'm so happy that all of them could bring out the point so well. What I feel is that many of them had brought out some excellent examples, very good, and I must appreciate all those students who have prepared and brought out their points so well. I mean, it's true. It's career planning is important at some point of time. You need to plan your skills and whatever it is so that you achieve your goals. No doubt it's needed. But at the same time, you never know. A few years from now, you'll have jobs that does not exist today, right? So, you're in for a surprise. You need to change your things as you go along. So either way, there are times when you'll have to plan, no doubt. Time be flexible enough to, to accept changes as it comes along. And maybe sometimes you might want to change your plans as well. So well done, children. And I want to appreciate all of you who spoke so well. And I want to appreciate, people who have spoken. I think, shall I mention the names? Is it okay just now?
No. So first of all,
if it's okay.
After the team is calculating the scores. So after the scores, we'll announce the winners, ma'am.
All right. So I think, I still have some more filling to do, and then I'll send it across.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
So Suchita, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, first of all, I must congratulate to Entab to organize such an event where we are giving opportunity to the students and we are able to listen their views, because during this pandemic, all the students, they are totally busy in their school studies and or they are restricted to their schools itself. So they have given a very good opportunity that you are interacting with each other from different schools. And now I must congratulate all the students, because winner A or loser, I don't believe in that. It is not winning or losing. It is that you all have expressed your views in a very good way, in a wonderful way. So it is really like I feel happy to listen such views from you people, because you are the future of nation. And if you are having such views that maybe now you have to speak for the motion or against the motion, but all the views were wonderful. So I think, in my point of view, we must always plan for a career, because if we do not plan anything, then we are in a fix. But after planning, a person should be versatile. That if you are not able to fulfill that dream, if you are not able to achieve that goal, you can go to other side. Because if we are fixed, planning is not good when we are fixed to one thing only, that I have to do that thing only. Now, supposingly, if you are planning in 8th class, but when you reach to 12th class, till then your mind keep on changing. When you are listening to other person's views, you are listening something, you are experiencing something, then your views keep on changing. So you must be ready for that. But even then, planning is must. Planning for everything is must. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Suchita ma'am. Thank you so much, Sunanda ma'am, for your valuable insights. And so moving, the scores are there. So anyone, any guesses, any guesses from your side, kids? Okay. So no one wants to guess. Okay. So we have the scores with me. I have the scores with me. So for the motion category, the winner is Varun Rana from Bharti Public School, Delhi. Then against the motion category, we have Tanushree Joshi from JC's Public School, Rudrapur. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
And congratulations to everyone. So I think for me, everyone is the winner. So everyone did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best to everyone.
And I think the most...
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to say, I must appreciate Varun and, for his passionate speech. That's so good that he was able to speak so passionately. That's extremely wonderful. Tanushree, everybody was good. It's not that, I just wanted to mention a few names only. Varun, Tanushree, I think Manya, all of them spoke so well. So I want to congratulate all of you for, preparing so well and coming up with such wonderful points. Excellent. Well done, children. All of you did really well.
Yes. Everyone did so well. So congratulations to all of you. And thank you, everyone, the kids, the jury members for this lovely session. And
thank you.
Thank you so much. And to all our viewers who are watching us, अगर अभी तक आपने subscribe नहीं किया है, तो please go and subscribe the channel for regular updates. Till then, stay happy, stay safe. Thank you.
One thing I just want to say, Manya spoke very nicely. Till the time Manya was speaking, I was really she was leading in my score. But when Tanushree spoke, it was a wonderful, and everybody must learn from each other.
Yes.
It is the thing. And Tanushree's expressions and everything, I couldn't stop myself.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you
so once much. Again, congratulations to everyone.
Yes, congratulations, everyone.
Thanks, Sunanda ma'am. It's a pleasure meeting you also.
Thank you. Bye-bye all.
Yeah. Bye-bye.